will think every time, yes, I can success and I can believe. And second, are any situation appears, tough situation appears, or any opportunity came with us, so we can say like, yes, I can do it and I will win. And second topic is remain every day, like we are better than what we are thinking. And there is no success peoples are not any supermans, but success is not based on luck. Success means depends on what we are thinking. And the third is big think, like success is determined how we are thinking, how we are believing. We are believing little goals and we will expect little achievements, but we will uh, uh, think little big achievements and big goals, we will become big, we will get big achievements. Yes, thank you, that's all from.
Yeah, wonderful sharing, Monica. Right on time too. Yeah. So believe you can succeed, right? So it should always be, the success should be in our mind first. So there's a saying that you always win twice, first in your mind and one for real. So once you believe that you can succeed, right? So accordingly, last week also we were discussing, you will figure things out. You may not have the complete clear path ahead of you, but once you believe that you can do it, you will be able to gradually lay that foundation or steps towards your success. Wonderful sharing, Monica. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you. Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Shahid. Shahid, you're ready with your talk? Can you see?
Yeah. I'm audible?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
Shahid.
audible?
Yes, Shahid, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Hello.
Shahid, you can switch off your video and then talk. Yeah.
I think my voice is coming late.
Okay. Okay. Just get connected once again. Meanwhile, we'll take one more person otherwise.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let's take someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Nehnas, yeah, you can go. First time speaker. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Nehnas. You get started.
Yes, so I just want to share from this book called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. So I couldn't read much of it, but yeah, I just read first two chapters, and I would like to share about that, whatever I understood from the book. So yeah, so it says, there are like I'm sure most of us might have thought about, like, why some people are rich
Nehnas,
and
your
why
voice
some
is
are.
breaking. Turn off your video and speak, maybe.
Okay.
Is it for us or is it for everyone?
It's proper from my side, Bharat.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
proper.
Okay. Nehnas, just switch off your video and speak.
It's
Yeah.
proper for everyone. Yeah.
Oh, is it proper for all? Okay. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, go ahead, Nehnas. I think it's bandwidth at our side, I guess. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, like, some people are rich and some are poor, and some get, fit and healthy, and some are unhealthy, and they keep adding, more of diseases or something as such. And some get, successful day by day, and some get, just failures every day. So how is it, and why does it happen? So is it like, are they, very lucky, or is there, it's like kismat? So people just add on, right? If something happens good to somebody, it's like, oh, they just got lucky and all. They don't think what is wrong with them, but they just, put it on the luck and just kismat, and then just avoid that thing. So that's what it says. So, and can we control this thing that happens? So can we control our life? So people say na कि हमारी किस्मत हमारे हाथों में है. So can we control this kismat? So that is how it is. So So if we can, then how can we do it? So that's all. That's the kind of things that are said. So if we want to make our life better, what do we do, and how do we get started with it, right? So so it's easy, and we always tend to believe negative things first, and we don't even think of positive is very far. If we want to do something good or start up something also, we will like, oh, this is too difficult, how do we arrange money, this is not going to happen, it is too, yahan jana padega, wahan jana padega, iske pair padne padenge, we have to do this, that, and such thing. And then we just don't even think about the good side. We don't even think, what if the business, it just booms out, and we get a lot of money, and we make good fortune. We don't even think that. We just start with the idea, and we just negative accept kar lenge, but no, positive हम हमारे पास कहाँ आएगा? We just don't want to believe that positive things will come to us. So we are so much into having negative thing than positive. So why do we do this? Yeah, so I'll just take a few more minutes, and then it's done. So there's one more thing that is said in the book which I really like. So there is this 1,48,000 no's. Okay, so this is a number that from first 18 years of our life, we have heard 1,48,000 no's in our life. Can you imagine? So that's a average number of middle class or average positive homes people might have heard. That's the amount of no's they have heard. And if it's a good fortune, and okay, then it's like 1 lakh to 50,000 no's in the first 18 years of their life. So that's the huge number, right? So, and when it comes to yes, or you can do it, so the ratio is just not even half. It's just so much low. It's just hardly 100 or 1,000. And when you compare this no and yes, so it's there nowhere a balance between this, where the yes can overpower the no. So that's what happens. There's no chance at all. So what happens? You should stop saying no to yourself, and start saying yes. Don't let no control your life, I would say. And yeah, thank you.
Wonderful talk, Nenas. Pretty amazing. First time you're speaking, but not sure why you were very scared to talk till now. But you really did an amazing job. You actually grabbed the entire knowledge of that particular first chapter and shared it with your own personal experiences. That is the right way to do it, and you did it wonderfully. Yeah.
Yeah, Nanas. If you're getting a platform, I would say that grab it, utilize it to the maximum. You are really a good speaker. I think just everyone will be a good speaker. We just need to enhance the little bit of thing which needs to be taken care. What I would say is that was really good for the first time we are hearing, but it was really a good attempt.
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent start. Yeah. So Shayad.
I think his video has some issue. We'll take.
Okay. Can you guys hear us now?
Yeah, we can. Yes, Bharat.
I think there was something wrong. We were not able. You were not able to hear us.
Yeah, it is fine now. Mohini, you can go next.
Okay, sure, Bharat and Supra. I think even I am facing some connection issues, so I'll just keep my video off.
You can turn off your video and you can try. It's fine.
Yeah. So I've kept it off.
Sure, give a try, Mohini. Let's see. I think because of the rain, there is an issue today. What I personally feel is, yeah.
No, actually, something is wrong with my webcam. Last time also, I mean, my picture was getting stuck.
Okay. Yeah. Get started. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So hi everyone. This is Mohini. So I'll be talking about why teach literacy, financial literacy from Rich Dad Poor Dad. So it's a very interesting thing, I would say, because I've personally came across many instances, like when I was part of SAP and I've worked with startup. So I've seen, different type of people, and when I talk to them about, how you're managing your finances, like, are you investing somewhere, are you buying stocks, or are you investing in mutual funds? So usually I get to an answer that they say that no, I'm not interested in all that. I'm like, okay. So I struggle in getting some advice from, people around me. So, like, as the author said that, in colleges and schools, we are not taught, how to manage the money. It's basically, you just learn there how to make money, but not, how to manage it. So that's a very important line. I feel that we just learn that, okay, learn the skill and you'll, learn machine learning and you'll earn like anything. But no, I mean, even if you earn, if you don't know how to manage it, you'll be in trouble. So that's what I think the author Robert is trying to say here. Like, if you ask him that, what is a one rule which you would suggest in order to make money, so he would say that there is one simple rule: you should understand the difference between an asset and a liability. So, and you just need to invest on your assets instead of your liability. That's it. Like, that's a very simple rule. And the simple definition of asset is that something which, puts money in your pocket is called asset, and something which takes money out of your pocket, it's a liability. So you just need to do, like, whenever you're purchasing something, or, if you're buying something, just, wait for a moment and just think about it, whether it's an asset or a liability. Even buying a house is it's not an asset, it's a liability. But many people think that no, buying a house, investing in a house is is an asset. But it's not, because you're investing a lot of amount, a lot of lump sum money into that, and you might not have sometimes the whole amount to pay, so you'll be getting into EMIs and stuff like that. So you'll be bounded. I mean, even if you get a pay raise or something, you still have a lot of expenses to cover. So that doesn't solve your problem, it doesn't add money to your pocket, it in fact increases. So yeah, so that's what I mean. If you go to the chapters, there are many diagrams which shows that, okay, how poor behaves with their income. Like, they don't have any asset, they don't have any liabilities, whereas the middle class will have more of liabilities and expenses, whereas the rich people will have more of an asset which will add value to them. So things will be like, they'll invest in real estates, they'll invest in stocks, bonds, and things like that to increase their income value. So yeah, I would like to end this with one thing. Like, I was just going through Wikipedia and understanding that what is money. So there is one line. So money means, it's a means of trading wealth indirectly. So it was just to create, it is just to trade your wealth. But instead, what we are doing right now is we are trading our lives indirectly for money. We don't pay attention, we are not very mindful about how we are spending our life and even our money. So let's be more mindful about whether how to buy things, and just think about it. I mean, it's not at all like that you're money minded. Not at all. I mean, I've heard people telling me that when I talk to them that, okay, let's buy stocks right now because the market is down. They say, don't be so money minded. It's not about being money minded. It's about managing your money well. Yeah, that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohini. Very well covered, I would say. And the example which you gave of buying a house is a liability. Most of us think that, not most of us actually, most of our parents makes pressurized to us that a ghar to hona chahiye, right? Most of you would have always heard that a ghar to hona chahiye, right? But don't you think this house which we are staying also is a ghar only, right? Nothing wrong in this. The one thing I would like to say that when we had a discussion on this with Mohini, I remember there are some of the things that our parents are still paying the loans till today. The things are not yet recovered. What do you think about it? Do you also want to see yourself paying loan till your 60s or 70s? Like, is that an option? I just have one assignment for everyone who is reading this book. Take a rented house of whatever amount you are paying per month, calculate it for next 15 years how much you will pay. Do the same again for a house you have, put a base payment and then you're going to give a loan to the bank. Calculate the interest as well and just compare and see the price difference, how much it is. Yeah. So you should, that work is for you guys. Yeah. Thank you, Mohini, for covering this topic.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Okay.
Bharat
wonderful,
and
very
Supra. I have one request from you guys. Like, this is an area where most of the people struggle. So if we can have a financial expert or somebody who can teach this financial literacy to all of us, it would be great.
We'll take this content. Yeah.
Yes, I know a person who's very good at this. I'll invite him actually once for
Okay.
sure
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
this concept. Yeah, because most of the people in this group are very young. It's the right time for them to actually go through this content first, and when they hear the experience and knowledge from a financial expert, right, it will be very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would request everybody to go through this specifically the second chapter, financial literacy from Rich Dad Poor Dad. It is pretty amazing and wonderful talk, very concentrated as well. Thank you so much, Momini.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
And new folks who are joining us for the first or second time, kindly introduce yourself in the chat box. You can put in your name, where you're from, where you're currently working, and who invited you. Yeah. Shahid is ready now, I guess. You can go next, Shahid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just spotlight.
Yeah. Very good morning to everyone. Dear friends, today I'm here to just explain you about manage your environment, go first class. Because we all know that our environments makes us what we are. You are a product of your environment. Have you ever questioned yourself that why you are such a person, why you are like this? I mean, your body shape is not different, your body shape is totally different from other people, and you are not good in English, you are having lots of loopholes. So have you ever questioned that why I am like this, why the opposite person, or why the other country people are, why Indians are specifically like this, and why foreigners are like that, why they prefer to choose different kinds of foods? All those things depend on our environment. If you are maintaining your good environment, as per this book Magic of Thinking Big, if you are maintaining your good environment, you are going to become a successful person. But what we as a common people, what we do is that we maintain such an environment where we get lots of negativity, it's called as negators, who will surround us, who will make us as a negative person, who don't concentrate on success. They only concentrate on becoming a normal person, leading a normal life. Maybe you have ever heard that this is not possible with me, like I am not the person to do that, to do this, or else my faith is not giving support to me, my luck is not there. All those blah blah things will be going to talk in our society. As a environment, we are totally covered with lots of idiots, I can say, because negative people are idiots only. Even we are idiots because we are in the part of the society, and society is full of idiots. So let me share with you, like, if we can compare the North Indians and South Indians, their preference is totally different, like in the eating food, and also in the way of thinking, dressing, and all the thing is totally different, because our environment is like that. If we are eating something, as a South Indian, if I am eating something, it is not digestible by North Indian, because it suits for my body, not for him or her body. Because we are bought and born up in totally different areas, in totally different way. If we are keeping habit of eating the regular food, that will make us maybe lots of people are very diet planning. I mean, they are planning their diets, and they are taking all those nutritions, proteins, and all those things. So but still, after taking all those things, they are not taking diet to their minds, because they are contacting with lots of different kinds of people, those who are feeling negative energy in their brains. If they are feeling negative energy in their brains, and they are having a good healthy life, but they are unable to take decisions on behalf of their brains are not going to take decisions in a correct manner, and they are going to end up their life as a unsuccessful person. So just I want to say that, whenever you make an environment, make a good environment, as we are here and we are sharing our thoughts, we are doing a positive thing, we are encouraging each other, and we are concentrating on getting success. So in this manner, try to maintain each and every group in the same manner, and I hope in future we will get success. Thank you.
Very good, Shahid. First time, I believe you're able to wrap up your talk around 3 minutes. Wonderful. Yeah, like you said, right? See, always it's okay to have friends circle, different circle, enjoyment circle, but it's always good to have one circle which will push you towards your personal growth. Yeah, which will push you towards your success. So if you are able to get into that circle, right? Trust me, guys. Uh, it may not be now, in future it will be really helpful for you, right? So try to manage your environment, try to keep all kinds of environments, you will get to know which is good, which is bad, which in which environment you need to continue, right? Wonderful talk, Shahid. Thank you so much.
Yeah, energy was as always the same, and it
Yeah.
was great, Shahid. Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yes. And we have a guest speaker now. So personally, I've known them for a very long time now. So very good speakers. Now they're with us here with a special talk. We have Karthik and Sahana.
Okay, we are going to welcome Karthik and Sahana to our book club. I think most of you would have already met them a long back. Karthik Karthik has a decade experience in software from quite a long time, and Sahana was into investment banking. I think currently she's into that for 7+ years. Yeah, I think you guys can introduce yourself better than me. But yeah, welcome to the book club, and let's get started. We are eager to hear a special talk by both of them today. That's why they are in pairs. So yeah, welcome to the book club, Shahid. Sorry, Karthik and Sahana. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bharat and Supra.
Thank you.
It's a very nostalgic feeling because I still remember when I attended the first book club like 7 months back. The first topic which I heard was from Bharat, from John Maxwell's team. I mean, John Maxwell's book. It is still there in the mind.
Personality.
And yeah, you also, Bharat also came to our book club and shared about his fitness journey and lot of nuggets he does. He's a master in health and fitness. Really, thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, actually, if you see Bharat and Supra, they are like a beautiful combination. It's a complete, a package. Bharat is calm, composed. Supra is always energetic. She's like a ball of fire, and there is no chance you can't smile or be happy when you're around her. So we are really, really thank you. I mean, grateful for being invited here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I am not sure if Kiran also is there. Kiran was invited series last week. So I think we are here because of Kiran, and I personally like personal growth, self-development, and especially the content in the books which you are reading. As Shahid also was mentioning, right, the Night Association. It really like I'm enjoying and I'm like learning so much from these book clubs.
Exactly. So the association matters. If we need to move forward, yeah, personal growth, then the association matters, and this platform is the place to be actually. And we are really blessed to be here.
Yeah. So coming to our topic from today's topic is from a book called Love and Respect by Emerson. I think, yeah, if you are already a couple, it will definitely add value. If you are single and dating, it will still add value. If you are single, it will still add value. Okay. You can store the knowledge. Okay. It will be applicable for all the girls also in general.
Yes.
So like we'll understand why we need to know. See, in Telugu, if Telugu people are there, they Adavari Matlaku Ardale Verule. Okay, there is something like this, right? So sometimes we don't try to understand women. The author talks about one small incident about encoding and decoding. Okay, I'll take an example. When we want to go out for a party or a function, Sana keeps telling, "I don't have any clothes to wear." I'll be seeing the wardrobe and wondering, there's so many clothes to wear. Okay, then what she means is there are no new clothes for her to wear. Then same thing applies to me. Okay, when I tell the same thing, I don't have any clothes to wear. She'll be also wondering, there are so many clothes in the wardrobe. I'll be like, there's nothing ironed in the wardrobe. What do I wear? So we need the communication is same, but that encoding and decoding option, right? There are so many times matters. We need to encode appropriately.
Exactly. So it's like the men see with the blue sunglasses and the women see with the pink sunglasses. So there are two different perspectives. So when we take love and respect, both are important for both the men and the women. But the inclination for the men towards respect is a lot more higher than love, whereas the women see love more. So their inclination is more towards love than respect. So if you go to any greeting card store, would you find any card that says "Baby, I respect you"? No, right? You would find a card that says "Baby, I love you." So there needs to be a way that the women also need to communicate respect to the men. And when this does not happen, so there are two tanks, love tank and respect tank. And if the men are reacting very harsh or very quiet or not responding to you, that means their respect tank is not full. And if the women are criticizing or complaining, that means their love tank is not full. So these tanks need to be fulfilled and to have a better relationship.
Yes. So what happens if the tanks are not filled appropriately? Okay. I just share a small picture. Bharat, can I share screen?
Just a second. I'll.
Yeah, yeah. So there's something called crazy cycle, okay, and energizing cycle. So I'll tell you what happens in the crazy cycle.
You can share now, Karthik.
Yeah. So you can see in the left side, without love, she reacts, okay, and without respect, he reacts. So this you'll be in a crazy cycle, okay. This will be like a never-ending cycle. So our next question is how we can break it, okay, and come to energizing cycle. Energizing cycle, if you show love and she gets motivated, and her respect will motivate the men. This is the energizing cycle. So now we'll understand how to move from crazy cycle to energizing cycle, okay. So the author gives an acronym called couple. Okay, 6 principles which shows how we have to implement for men towards women. We need to understand women appropriately and implement this acronym. C stands for closeness. Okay, a lot of people, like I have seen a lot of men tell my wife is very controlling in nature. She tries to keep controlling me. I'm not sure how true is that. But see, the author talks about this coffee day. If you go to any coffee day, there will be a table and 2 chairs, right? So if you see, these people will be talking to each other face to face. So similarly, we need to give some time communicating to our wife face to face, eye to eye contact. Okay. The author tells if face to face is heart to heart. Okay. We know like men, we are really busy with work, other tensions and all, but we also need our free time. We also need our me time, but still take some time out and communicate face to face so that it will be like heart to heart connection with your wife.
Exactly. So when he spoke about sitting closeness, it's not just sitting closeness, you need to open up. So you find very rare men who are really expressive. And women might not feel it, very okay about not being opened up by her husband. So when you open up, tell your day how it was, or just be you in front of her, she feels more secure. And while you express and say, I had a hard day, or I had a difficult day, or you were really happy about something, there are men, say, I'm happy about it, and but you don't express it. Those eyes don't really give the expression. So when you give out that expression and really open up with what you are really yourself. So when you stand in front of the mirror, you know yourself, right? So when you stand in front of your wife or your girlfriend or your sometime in future, obviously in the near future all of you all will get married, so that time you need to open up and express whatever you feel, and that way the relationship will get much stronger.
Yeah, so that's very true. And coming to the next point, you understanding. Okay, so this is where I keep trying to implement, but I sometimes keep failing. I'll tell the reason. Okay, the author talks about a small story. This author's wife, okay, she will be attending Spanish classes, but she'll be finding it very difficult to juggle and she'll just come and express her how difficult she is feeling towards her husband. That is the author. Then the author like now he's a man, right? What we like to do? Okay, we have a problem, fix it. Okay, let us sit and solve it. So he will try to see how we can split the classes, how we can make his wife okay, feel comfortable with these classes and all that. So once he is done, okay, he just sees his wife outside. She will be like giggling with her friends. He'll be like wondering what is happening now. So once his wife comes back, he'll be like, how come you're so happy? You had a problem, right? His wife will be like, which problem? You listen to me, right? That's all I wanted. So a lot of times, okay, she also comes to me and with some problems or some to share her some frustration, anything like that. So I'll be like, okay, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Okay, I'll like give solution immediately. But a lot of times they don't want solution. They just need these 2 years for them to listen. Okay, so I know, like, and moreover, we guys are into like big things. We talk about Modi, we talk about presidents, we talk about okay, stocks, real estate. Oh, we are talk about so many big things. Okay, but girls are more into like small talks, which we are not interested in. But that is the rule. We have to just give those two listening 2 years. If it is small talk or big talk, anything, just listen.
Yes, the next one is peacemaking. So once you understand your wife, you need to start making peace with it because you know her anger levels also now. So the main important thing that the author talks about is majority of the times what happens is we don't say sorry. It could be the wife or the husband. We don't say sorry immediately. So the fight goes on and it prolongs and has a longer expansion time. So the author tells that you need to the moment you know that you've made a mistake, maybe your view is right, but if she feels that you've made a mistake and she's making a right point about it, then that is the time you need to go up to her and say, I'm sorry. Don't just say, okay, forget about it, we fought it, we are done with it. No, just say, I'm sorry. Those two words mean a lot. So there's a cute story that the author shares. So he's a counselor for couples, and one of the couples, she comes and shares her experience about peacemaking. So she and her husband will have a small fight. I mean, it starts with a very small topic, it's about a kiss, and it goes along, and it becomes a big fight, and they just don't talk to each other. They just turn to the other side of the bed, and they just sleep like that. And after half an hour, the husband turns and say, if you're still okay, you can take the kiss. And that means the world to her, because he just opened up himself, understood the situation, and made peace with the situation. And he did not say that, okay, you were wrong, I was right. He didn't do that. He opened up and said, fine, we can still make it up for it. So that's what peacemaking is. And when the women make a mistake and they ask sorry, forgive them. And it's not about forgetting it, but it's about forgiving.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming to the last but one point, that is L. L stands for loyalty. Okay, so especially when we are dating, right? The girl tries to see how loyal this guy is in the relationship, how committed she. Even after marriage, it still happens. The girl tries to see how committed you are in the relationship. We have seen WhatsApp forwards, right? When 20, 30, how the couple was. When 60, 70, how this couple is, the everlasting relationship. Oh, it feels so good. Okay, so similarly, author gives some examples which actually shows how you can express this, how you can show, in fact, loyalty towards her. Okay, so when you speak highly of her in front of others, okay, or when you are involved in things very important to her, when you help her to make decisions, okay, when you make her and your marriage a priority, okay, you include her in social gatherings when others may leave their spouses home. Okay, so you call her and let her know your plans, so you keep up your commitments. And in case if your kids, so you don't criticize her in front of kids. So there are so many ways, a couple of ways which I told you how you can show loyalty towards her.
Exactly. So the continuation to loyalty is esteem. So the last point I would like to talk about is esteem. The women have a very small world. It's for them, family is priority, and husband, kids. So that's what their world is. And when the men, show them so well outside to their friends and really keep them high, is when her esteem increases. And then when the result of being high on esteem, she'll respect you more because she knows that you are really treating her well. And say for example, she handles a situation, a very small situation, take it, but you say, I like the way you handle the situation, I appreciate you. And you say everything good about her in front of your friends. So this happens, right? When the group of men gather, they talk about the women, and when the women gather, they talk about the men. So if you break that stereotyping and speak good, because God never makes wrong creatures. So you need, when you actually take her good points and talk in front of your friends, imagine the amount of pride she has, and imagine the amount of respect she will give back to you. So that's about couple.
So yeah, to summarize, C stands for closeness,
O for openness,
U for understanding,
P for peacemaking,
L for loyalty,
E for esteem.
So this is in short about couple, and icing on the cake is Vijay also does disc assessment from the Maxwell's team. We personally got a disc assessment done, and mine is a different personality, hers is a different personality, ours is an arranged marriage. So how we can gel along with the okay. So this assessment and some time with Vijay really helped us a lot. It actually showed how what are my strengths, what are her weakness, what is my weakness, what are her strengths, okay, and how we will gel, how we behave in public or under stress, private, so many things, right? So this is not a small subject as I, okay, so this really helped us a lot also.
Yeah, exactly. So the guys would be thinking now all the time you gave us exercise about how we should behave with the women. What about us? So yes, in the next time, maybe whenever we get an opportunity, we will come and speak something that the women can implement. So your respect tank is full, and you'll be really happy, and you'll make that beautiful couple or a relationship with your spouse.
So this is what we wanted to share, and I hope we added some value. Let's start implementing and growing. Thank you,
Thank you,
Bharat,
Bharat and
Supra. Thank
Supra.
you.
Thank you so much, Karthik and Sahana, for joining us, and taking a topic in pair is one of the wonderful and a beautiful thing, I would say. So by seeing you, everyone would be thinking the love tank and the respect tank both is filled, and that's what you're pouring out for everyone, just telling small nuggets so that it can make some value add even to the bachelors or to the pairs. It doesn't make much difference, because any point of time you need to really understand the thing where we are lagging behind, and what is that, the crazy cycle and the energy cycle was awesome, I would say.
I mean, we could clearly see the coordination, right? And it's not an easy task to actually grab the knowledge. I mean, it's very evident that you guys applied all those learnings in your personal life. So that's why it came out from your hearts, right? So wonderful talk. I'm sure each one of you have got some important points which you can go right away and implement it whenever possible. Do it. And thank you so much for this wonderful talk. In case if anyone wants a recording, we'll give it to you again, so that you don't go into kind of any bad relationship, or you keep your relationships always happy and healthy. Thank you so much, Karthik and Sahana.
And we have Kiran here in case Kiran can speak. Bachelors can connect with Kiran. He'll put one or two liners.
Yeah, Kiran, from your perspective.
Yeah, so I think it was really wonderful hearing both of them. In fact, this is one topic which they actually became celebrity in all the book clubs, because whenever they both come together, people feel, oh, this is something so. They actually turned out very pretty well. And in fact, my dad personally have complimented them, and they got really good compliments. They really compliment each other a lot. So wonderful, Karthik and Sana. And I couldn't resist myself to come here, because I know there are a lot of bachelors. Definitely, bachelors would have got some clarity, because once you get this in subconscious mind, then definitely things are really exciting. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank
I
you,
have to add
Kiran.
this point. Actually, this topic was, in fact, that seed happened with Kiran only.
Yes.
Like Rajamouli came up with the Bahubali story. It was like Kiran who got it this love and respect, and that's how it happened. Thank you so much, Kiran.
Thank you for the opportunity. Actually, we should really be.
Yeah,
it's really nice to see.
Thank you so much, Kiran. Thank you so much, Karthik and Sahana, for putting all the value add for everyone. Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Yes. And in case if anyone is wondering, the book is Love and Respect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much
Thank you
for
all.
joining.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's get back to our speakers. We have Atif.
Arif. Yeah.
Sorry, Arif.
Arif, you there? Yeah.
Yeah. Very great point by Karthik and Sana. I would say their talk was great. I would
Arif, little louder, please. Sorry.
Yeah. It was a great point by the Karthik and Sana. I loved it. And I just want to add one thing. I'm not a love expert, but it's really hurt when you lose someone. So it's better to say sorry, or however if you retain that person, it's really great. It's better to you. So okay, let's back to the main theme. What I want to talk. So what if Superman, when start flying, he think I can't? What if a Spider-Man jumps and then he thought ki will the web will come out from my hand or not? What if Tom and Jerry, when run on the sky and they didn't see down that there's nothing, and they started running on the sky, and after some time they see, oh, there's nothing down, and they fell down. What if? So what if I call you and I ask you to tell me what is 2 plus 2? It's 5, right? Sorry, it's 4. But I have mistaken rightly it as a 5 in my childhood, because I didn't practice, because at that time I didn't know. But when I continuously solving the questions mathematically, so it was belief inside me that I will not do wrong with 2 plus 2. I will always write it 4, not 5. Correct. So this repeated actions in yourself had made you confident. So this is the faith you have. So like if someone will call you and say, please tell me what is 10 plus 2, it's a simple question. You will say, I will kill it, bro. Yeah, man, I can kill it. I know. That's the faith. That's the faith in you, that you know how to solve, even though if you haven't practiced 10 plus 2. So our mind is a magical place where, whatever you believe in yourself, you can do it. So it's like a sun. Whatever you put it, it will burn and it will reflect yourself. That's why people say it's easy to spot a red car when you think of a red car. So just do with yourself, go outside, think of a whatever you love more. Like if you love bullet, if you love pulsar, go in the road and try to see. You will see a hell lot of same car, same color, same what you have thought of. So it's a totally game of mind. Whatever you believe, it will reflect in front of you. But our mind is like it's a magical vessel. It multiplied. Whatever you put over there, it multiplied. So if you put a positive thought, it will multiply, multiply, multiply. And what this help, it help you to overcome all the fears you have. Like for all positive thought, it will help you to overcome all the fears. If you put a negative thought in your mind, it will multiply, 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 and you will overcome all your positiveness. There are statement by the scientists. People say that those people who are so negative are more subject to like suicidal attempt. Why? Because of their mind. So they have faith in their negativity. So negativity reflect from them. So that's why whatever you put in your mind, make sure make sure it will affect you, because it gonna reflect on you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful talk, Arif. Yeah, I believe your talk is on faith, right? Yeah. So it's very important what we put in our mind. I mean, faith is one thing which will actually drive towards our dreams and goals, right? So initially, if you don't have faith that we're gonna succeed, we are never gonna actually even take the first step towards our achieving our goals. So it's very important. Do read a book. There is actually 6 steps towards your success, which is clearly mentioned in that chapter. It's very useful as well.
Very good examples, I would say, starting with the examples of Superman. It was really nice. And the best part is making it relatable. So it was a good one. Thank you so much.
Next, Shraddha, you can go next.
Okay.
Hello everyone. My topic today and the third rule to become rich is mind your own business. Many people face financial struggle and because they themselves choose to work throughout their life for someone else. In fact, most of us have nothing in their hand at the end, though they work so hard in their life. So, and all this is because of our current educational system that focus on preparing our youth to become more professional, get good job, and always work for money. But friends, if we really want to become rich and want to make money work for us, then we have to mind our own business. Now here it doesn't mean that we have to leave our profession and start with some business, but it simply means that we have to focus on some point, like buy assets or build assets, reduce your liabilities, lower down your expenses, and try to avoid buying everything on credits. Now here friends, this is our responsibility to make a difference, to understand the difference between a liability and asset. And to make this concept easy, the author has suggested a list of a few real assets which we should also think of to build in our life. So the list of those assets are like, the first one is business that do not require our presence. It means that we own that business, but that business should be managed by someone else. If we actually are working for that business, then it simply is our job and not our business. The second is stocks. Stocks means that is the shares we purchase of some good companies. The third is bond. Bond is simply a financial marketing thing. The fourth one is mutual funds. If like some people like us, means me, I don't understand, I don't have a good knowledge about this shares and bond, then people like me can think about buying some mutual funds. Another important point is income generating real estate. Like if we have some place, shop or house which we can give on rent, then that could be our real asset. The sixth point is we can give our money on interest. We can lend our money on interest and can generate a monthly basis income. The interest will become our income. The seventh point is royalties from our intellectual properties like dancing, painting, scripting, book writing, anything like this. And the last point is anything else that has a value. It means that is already there in the market, ready market is there. For an example, gold or real estate. Like for an example, if someone has bought gold 20 years back, and if he will resell it now, surely he will get more than 20 times of what the rate of the gold was 20 years back. So that is also a good asset if we will purchase gold. So these are the lists the author has made to make this concept of asset easier for us and to directly think like where we should invest. Any one of these we can think of where we can have good hands and better idea, we can go and give it a try. So now here I would like to conclude my talk with two important points. So the first point here is this chapter is not about making anyone start with a business if he actually is not interested in business. Rather, mind your own business means we have to focus on building assets and keep our assets column strong. And the second important point is always remember, guys, that the rich always buy luxuries at the end, whereas the poor and the middle class people, they always focus on buying luxuries, and that too on credits. So this is my learning from this particular chapter, that this is chapter number 3 from Rich Dad Poor Dad. And it is a good chapter. You should go and learn it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Well covered, I would say, and great points you touched, which I would like to say is a very small note to everyone. Whenever you read any book or any chapter, go back to the real thing and start a basic calculation, whatever we have learned, like addition, multiplication, division, we know everyone, right? Let's do that. When you talk about real estate, just see how many apartments are empty in Bangalore. In case you have your flat, or in case you bought 10 flats also, for multiplying the money, is it really going to work? Just give a thought. Okay, when it comes to mutual funds, as she very well covered, that everyone doesn't keep a great knowledge in those area. I would say that I was really investing in this and I have lost money, to be very honest with you. So think wisely before where you invest something. Even mutual funds, there are high possibility things goes up and things goes down. You cannot always, there is no prediction. I would say that part, there is no prediction. You can always put some money for the growth part. You have to take a risk for no doubt on that part. But whenever you are reading any particular thing, real estate, mutual funds, bonds. Go for the safest part, like something on hardcore. At the worst scenario, that should be helping you. So when you do a passive income, try to make it as a source which can always run your first income goes low also. That should be always in our thought. Yeah, very well covered, Shraddha. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Swati next. Swati, you there?
Yes, Supra, I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, get started.
Yeah, I know we've had some um, powerful sessions now by Kiran, by Karthik, Sahana, and Supra session, and everyone else. So I know it's pretty late, but yeah, tonight I want to talk about this chapter from how to win friends and influence people. That is, if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. What this means is it mainly talks about criticism and how we criticize people, or how we influence people in a right or wrong manner. So just imagine this. Have you ever wanted someone to do something and it backfired on you, or it didn't work? Imagine if you wanted your brother to fold clothes. Okay. Did he fold his clothes or did he not? Maybe there was a way in which you could have told him in order so that he would have done it. So the thing about criticism is, it's very easy to criticize, right? When we criticize because sometimes we don't want to take responsibilities for ourselves, right? When we criticize someone, we feel good because we are just letting the heat off. We are like we are making ourselves feel relaxed by just putting it on someone. But there's no achievement in criticizing someone. Anyone can criticize anyone. Okay, there's literally no amount of effort or even intelligence or empathy or sympathy required for you to criticize someone. But what it takes for you to understand someone and understand why they did that in the first place, it takes a huge amount of effort. It talks so much about your personal self when you understand someone as to why they did what they did. There is this example which is explained in the book. Abraham Lincoln will be in the White House because he will be the president at that time, and he will want to write a letter to the soldier because I should say they will be in the middle of a war. So his frontline soldiers, a commander, will have just across the river. There will be another troop that they would want to acquire and defeat. And Abraham Lincoln writes a letter to him saying, "Just go and defeat them, so that this war will be over and we will win." But what happens is the commander will not be able to go and wage a war on them. He just would not be in the position to do that. And Abraham Lincoln learns of that, and he just gets so mad and he writes a letter which puts all of his anger onto that letter. But what happens is, after he does not send that letter because he thinks to himself, okay, it's easier for me to sit here in the White House in the comfort of this building and write nicely what he could have done. But am I in that situation? Am I in the place where war is happening? I'm not, right? So he did what he best could. So rather than just criticizing, it's better if I understand why he did what he did. So whenever, just think to yourself before criticizing someone why they did what they did. We don't have to read a book to understand this, but the examples that we read from the books tell us how even great people have committed these mistakes and how they rectified it. So that it gives us a sense of assurance that we can do it too. So that is what this chapter mainly talks about. Instead of condemning people, understand where they come from, and before trying to change someone, first try to change yourself, because first try to change yourself because it is more profitable when you change yourself, and it is less dangerous. With that, back to you, Supra. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swati, for covering this topic. I think you should have summarized it. I think you were about to say some last sentence. So I was waiting to hear that. But yeah, very well covered the example of whenever you take a subject. When I say subject, any person like Abraham Lincoln, any person which we have read from the book, it gives us a subject to compare ourselves. Like I was talking on disc personality, right? There are some people already who were rulers who were very calm and still have ruled, like Mother Teresa. So there are great examples whom we connect with. So when you try to put a subject across on any of the talk, it gives a value addition to that, and that's what you did. I wanted to put that thing across. And talking about how to win friends and influence people, you were talking on a very good point on criticizing. So I remember one line of Vijay: until and unless no one has criticized you, you are not going to go one step ahead. That's for sure. You will be always in the same level. So accept that in a very positive way. Leave about the other person who is criticized. Take it from your end here. If you are being criticized, take it as a plus sign. Means you have actually climbed the one step ladder up. So that's how it was. But yeah, your topic was well covered, Swati. I think we can still take that topic. Half is still left. What I personally feel is right.
If it's all right, I can just
No,
summarize a
is
few.
it like a big content for the next one to
It
go?
is. It is.
I'm saying that.
It
Yeah.
is
No,
quite a
no
bit.
problem. Yeah. Thank you so much, Swati. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Sai next. Sai, you are ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Is my voice audible properly?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
I can hear you, Sai.
Actually, I
I'm not
was
sure
in
about
a
others. Yeah.
confusion whether to talk or not to talk.
Can you speak again, Sai?
I think it's audible for everyone.
Yeah, I think so. Chalo, get started.
Yeah. Happy evening, all. Hope all are doing good, and I'm doing great actually. To me to say. So before going into the topic, I just want to talk on this topic because I felt that I had my birthday recently, but when I see many birthdays with my friends, I used to ask them like, "How you celebrate your birthday?" Then I used to get the very negative comments. It's a normal day. I had nothing. I was doing good. It was okay day. So I understood that like why people take the things in different way than taking it in different way. So in this today I want to discuss mainly on you should always we should go with logics than going with personal. So in this I want to cover mainly 5 points which I felt from my heart that everyone should know. The first thing what when you're taking things personally, then like when you want to do something, if you are going with your personal feelings and with your personal emotions, with your personal attachments on that, you will be uh, achieving it for definitely for sure. But before achieving it, you will be facing a lot of struggles called inner struggles that will end up in nothing. And finally, the output will be coming through logics only. To be frank. So, and the second point I want to cover was. You should always have a logical approach whenever you want to make any work in this world if you want to do. And the third thing was logics are more powerful than magic. So we feel that magic is more different thing and everything is happening, but behind every magic there will be one good logic actually. So if you know the logic to do it, you will be doing it in better way. And one more thing was if you apply your own logics on anything, once you start doing it, you will be getting some little confidence what you will be applying the better logic. And always work on logic. So what is basically logic? I was a person like from a computer background, so I used to write a code, but I like the concept of if. In if there are many cases, if else, like that we have many cases. But the concept of if is like if you start doing something, maybe that may not work. Then you should again think if. So let's go with an example. If you go for a marriage, you might be meeting your friends or you might be meeting your relatives. If you wish them in the better way, next time they will be wishing you back. If you are not wishing them, what will happen? what, like after happening, what will happen. So the if loop is endless loop. And if you want to succeed in your life, you should always have a if statement with you. The I mean to say that if you're going for any any good thing or bad thing, if you have a if condition, you will be easily able to analyze what is going in good way and what is going to happen in bad way. I mean to say we should not do many analysis. We will be understanding the things very clearly, and that's my.
Sai, did you get disconnect or something?
No, it's clear. Like
I think I
like
lost the
told that's
last
all.
part of it. No, no worries, Sai. Thank you so much. I could hardly write one or two points about the logical approach and why people take things differently. That I was trying to connect actually, but very well covered. I think even I have a network issue from my end, and I would like to hear it again if possible, Sai. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sure, I will talk on like when I will be back to Bangalore, right? I will be talking again on this
Sure,
topic.
sure, Sai.
I
Yeah,
will be
yeah,
adding more
yeah.
points and
Thank
I'll
you
talk.
so much. Okay. We have Venkatesh next. Are you ready with your topic, Venkatesh?
Hi, Supra. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, all. A warm good evening. This is Venkatesh. My topic is we will believe learning. From the book, what will you say when you talk to yourself? Before going to the topic, I would like to give an offer to you, a limited period offer. When I offer you a 2-week vacation by flight to London, where everything is free, food, accommodation, charges, everything is free, and it is not corona. It's corona free zone. Would you like to offer it? Would you like to take the offer? I think yes, but small condition. The flight is 75% not controllable. Would you still take the offer? I think no. Let's go to the topic. Author Shad Hamilstetter says that 75% of our brain is not controllable. Nothing but 75% of our thoughts are not controllable. When you can't take a flight where 75% is not controllable for 2 weeks vacation, how can you take your thoughts to lead a life? Other has given an example. Other at his childhood was interested in music, but he was not good at music. He participated in a band and was given a performance. The instructor said to some other person in the band that the other Shad was very bad at music and he had very bad sense of music. He would never become a music director or musician. Other believed for 2 decades. Other Shad has given some other example where 6-year-old child called Michael heard some appreciation from a neighbor. He's an old gentleman. He has given that appreciation to his mother that the child is very creative. And he believed that the child will become a creative person when he grew up. And decades later, the child is nothing but Michael, the dean of Walt Disney University. And he became the most creative trainer in United States. The both child had listened to other persons, but it induced them in different way. It's your duty and it's our duty to induce positive thoughts by ourselves. And I would like to end up like this. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you are right. Thank you so much.
Wonderful talk, Venkatesh. Very clear and crisp, actually. The way your delivery was wonderful, and the content was also exceptional. And the last, ending is very nice. Your way of, the movement, like how you are presenting, is also very nice. First time, it doesn't feel like you're speaking for the first time here. You feel like an experienced speaker. Thank you so much for your wonderful content and
Thank you,
sharing
man.
it with us.
Very well covered, Venkatesh. Yeah, even I really did not feel that you were speaking for the first time. The initial and the ending was perfect. I would say that's how a talk should be, and the content can always be made as per the audience to be understand it in a very real time. I would say that, and you put so much example into it. It was very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Supra. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you.
So we have our last speaker for today, Zazir.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone.
1 minute, Zazir. I'll just spotlight you.
So I guess I would go with audio.
Oh, sure, no problem. That should be
Okay,
good. Yeah.
okay, great.
Start your talk.
Sure. So, very good evening, all. So, yeah. So, we are all battling with one of the greatest disease that has, happened in the world, that is the COVID-19. And we all hope that, we get that vaccine as soon as possible to, live a life longer. So today I'm going to speak about another kind of illness, which is in fact a mental illness, which we actually require a vaccine for. And that is called as excusitis, the failure disease, or simply to put in words, the excuses that we give. So we all put a lot of excuses to things when we don't, when some things don't happen. Like, oh my God, I was pretty much unfortunate. I didn't have any luck, or because my education background is pretty poor to achieve that, or a lot of other reasons which we are not able to do. And the main difference between a successful person and a non-successful person, I would say, is this excuse, the factor of excuse. So that's what is pretty much differentiating about these two people. So to talk about, the author says to us about 4 excuses, in which I will cover 2 excuses today. The first one being a major thing, so that is we are telling that, oh my God, my health isn't good today, I'm pretty much weak today, like that. So it is said that there is something physically wrong with everybody in this world. No one is 100% fit. So many surrender in whole or in part of health excusitis, but success thinking people do not fall in that. So they always keep positive that today I'm well. And this is what I like in PIMs actually. So when we start a session in PIM, Vijay sir always said, today thank you God for giving me great health, which we are starting with. And that is pretty much, I like the most in that. And in a book called How to Live 365 Days a Year by John A. Schindler, he says that 3 out of 4 people in hospital are actually not having a disease, but they are actually affected by emotional disease. So remember, think that, if they are thinking that I'm okay, then they're actually cured. The right attitude and one arm will beat the wrong attitude and 2 arms every time. I repeat, the right attitude and one arm will beat wrong attitude and 2 arms every time. So it is, if you have a wrong attitude and if you have 2 arms to do things, and that is much better than having, that is not pretty good having right attitude and one arm. So the 4th thing that you can do to like health exercise is these things. So refuse to talk about your health. So whenever you are talking to someone, if you are giving this excuse, refuse to talk about this. The thing about what excuse is, once you start telling it, okay, so it becomes repeatedly you tell this, and the brain accepts it as a permanent thing. So whenever you have some issues, you have this excuse in mind, and that becomes like, oh, I have this problem, and it actually becomes a permanent thing in your mind, and your subconscious mind says that always. And about this health, if you refuse to talk about, the thing is, one may get little sympathy. Okay, so you are actually telling it to get a little sympathy. I use that. I was using it, in fact, a long time ago. So, but one doesn't get a respect and loyalty by being a chronic complainer. So once you keep on telling about your health, that actually doesn't feel pretty much good to the person you're talking with. And the next thing is, refuse to worry about your health. So if I take a scenario, like if there are some people, if they have some issue with their health, they go to one hospital and they do some testing, and they get a positivity, so they don't have any problem, but they are not satisfied in their mind. They again go to a different hospital and take the different tests, and even they get a positive, and that time also they don't have any problem. So that is the perception of people. They think that always they have something with them. And always be grateful that your health is good as it is. Thank God for every time you're having a good health. Be that positive mind. The people, my health is good, my health is good. I'm actually a person who has who has having a health issues generally, but after reading this I was like, why should I be caring about this health always, right? So it's actually a good thing. You don't have it's always your mind that matters, right? So, and yeah, the second thing to being is but you have got to have brains to succeed. So we always think, okay, so I'm not super intelligent to do things. My IQ is pretty much less than the other person. So it happens, okay, when you have a senior in your in your company, and you tend to speak something, you think that what I'm saying is might be wrong. In fact, it is actually wrong than the person, other person who you're speaking. So don't underestimate your brain, and or also don't overestimate the fellow speaker to whom you're speaking also. So what really matters is not how much intelligence you have, but how you use what you have. So you have a certain level of knowledge, so use it precisely or wisely. So this is what magic of thinking being, right? So I forgot to tell about the book, in fact. So it is from the book Magic of Thinking book. So the thing is, the thinking that guides you intelligence is much more important than how much intelligence you may have. So it is all about thinking, right? So you may have a little knowledge, but you can use it wisely. So, and also Henry Ford says that the ability to know how to get information is more important than using the mind as a garage for facts. So you have to use your mental ability to create history than to record history of what other people have done. Okay, so these are the three ways to your intelligence. So never underestimate your own intelligence, and never overestimate the intelligence of others. And remind yourself several times that my attitudes are more important than my intelligence. So it is always your attitude. So whatever you are so it's always your attitude that brings up your intelligence. And also, yeah, last but not the least, remember that ability to think is of much greater value than the ability to memorize facts. People can memorize, that's what we do in exams, but we need people in our country who can think, who is creative in their mind, and than to memorize things. So that's all for the day. So I have two executives left that I'll be taking in the next session probably. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Zabir. It was a treat for you to take the topic in the last.
Yeah, you got additional 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I wanted to take my talk, but then again, your content is very nice, so I wanted to know.
And yeah, that's what you were talking about. Excusitis, the way you put the examples and different thing across is very important. Actually, even I liked it very well. There were some of the good pointers you can add now.
Yeah, regarding health excusitis, what we usually say, right? I mean,
right.
Most of the people, half of the people, they usually think that I'm getting headache. It's actually not that way. It's always what we think in our mind, right? Most of the time it happens.
The programming that we do.
Yeah.
And the last thing which you touched was very impressive. We both were laughing because of that. Most of the people memorize the things, right? You're talking about me and Bharat. Me and Bharat always has a discussion about this memorizing and just remembering the things in a normal way. It generally happens with girls, right? They're blessed that they can easily remember things without even memorizing it. I mean,
right.
Especially the topics and the situation if it has happened with them, I would say. So they poke you at that particular thing, right? And then I was remembering all these things when you said, and we were laughing about it.
Exactly. I was remembering of college days, in fact. So there used to be a girl who sits next to me in the exams. Okay, so she's good at remembering things. So then I'll be asking her this question: what is this answer? Then she'll be actually remembering this page in her mind. This point.
No, that's a different kind of remembering. It's like by hearting it.
Yeah, right.
So people who can do that is one of the strength for them to get 9 pointers, but not sure what happens next after
in
that.
life point, yeah.
Yeah. But well covered with good examples, I would say that adding humor to the talk also makes it a great talk. Thank you, Zazir.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
And thank you everyone for staying till 10:30.
And appreciate the people who are like traveling to home and still giving a commitment to join just for their talk, because it is giving a value to themselves as well, and listening to a lot of people out. So thank you all the people who are actually traveling and giving a dedication for the book club, I would say that part. Yeah.
And also each one of you for appreciating each others also, it really helps when you see some positive encouragement, right? From I see Shahid does it always. I see,
Yeah. Those comments really help everyone to grow, and it gives an energy to them actually to really prepare well for their next content. This is a personal experience of mine, I would say. And one more request to everyone is, guys, this 90 days challenge by Zazir, everyone who has already taken Shraddha, is really going awesome. They have become a little bit of conscious in picking their book, right, Zazir? I would say that part compared to earlier.
Yeah.
How is the interaction? Is it better than previous one, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I would
Awesome,
encourage
actually,
you
yeah.
to promote the flyer to all of your friends and whoever wanted to join. So 90 days program is not just like you read book and something. We are interacting with you guys one-on-one, booking a slot with your availability and hours together, and giving you a dedicated time to understand you better, I would say that part, so that we can help and put some value at, if we can do that, because we also have our own mentors. If we cannot do something for you, we'll obviously go back to them, ask their inputs, come and help you out. So it's really transforming a lot of people. It is like tried and tested already by Vijay with how to implement it, and then we are helping you all out. So just enroll for it. We have an advanced level also, so we can get added, and just put yourself in that 90 days and see what are the benefits you have got and how much you have improved. You can see your own mirror image of yourself, like how I was here and how I am now, like what all improvement you can see in this 90 days, because you keep tracking your own activities. That's really wonderful, I would say. Okay, we can get in touch for that personally, one-on-one, whoever wants, and share it with your friends, I would say that part. And Saturday we have an amazing session again. Guys, do join, ping Bharat and me for any more clarification or doubt. Anyone who would like to add anything? Arif, how is your journey with 90 days program? Would you like to add?
Yeah, it's a great. So the very first step to improve yourself is to get to know where you are. So that is the most important thing. Like as the Shupra said, it should be it's a mirror for you actually. So what we see in a mirror, we see our own self, our own reflection, and you have to like visualize it. You have to understand your own self, where you are. Then you can go ahead for a like improvement. So that's a thank you guys. You are doing awesome job, and you are always amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ari, for your compliment. We really want every one of you to get more and more people and help each other, so that you also can get learned with them. So when you have a partner with you, na, you get more excited to read. Because when me and Bharat reads book, right, I say that I read that book, and he tells I read the book. So if one is not completed the other, now we start picking that book actually.
That's
That's
very
how
right.
it is. Yeah.
That's very right, actually, Bharat and Supra. So I have introduced you to Samyan, right? So we used to keep reading books. So I will tell you, have you read this chapter? Then she had read that chapter. Next time I'll be 2 chapter extra.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, everyone. Take care. Good night. Have your dinner in case you are already late, or whoever has not yet done with your dinner. Thank you so much. And today's talk was awesome from everyone. I would say that. Yeah.
Excellent. I missed my talk, but that's fine. I hope everybody got time to speak, right? I had a meeting actually, so I had to step out for some time. Okay, then we'll connect you all soon. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Good night, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, guys. Good night. Take care.
Bye,
Bye bye,
Swati.
Swati. Take care.
Bye everyone. Good night. Take care.
Bye,
Bye
Shahid.
bye. Bye, Arif.
Bye, Venkatesh. Bye, Nanas.
Bye, all. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, Luchismita. Hope your health is fine now.
Yeah, I am fine now.
Good.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
care.
Take care and have